Okay, over. Oh, interesting.
Do they actually do that at dog shows?
Atta boy.
Oh, just the head that was ring. Hello and welcome to another episode of Dr. Sil Reacts to Scrubs. Today we're doing My Super Ego, Season 1, Episode 7, which apparently has themes of competition and, trying to be the best and that kind of thing, which is an interesting theme in medicine because, I studied medicine, and throughout my time as a medical student, I saw some pretty dodgy work, some sabotage, some tricks being played to kind of get ahead. And I think it's kind of paradoxical, isn't it? Because you have all these students who want to be doctors to help other people, yet some of them do kind of cheeky things to get ahead of their competitors. And in Australia, at least, the kind of practice of being a medical student is becoming less competitive. It's quite competitive to become a medical student to get in, but once you are a medical student, it's not that competitive anymore. They're moving towards a kind of pass-fail system, and instead of having like marks out of 100 where you can get 100 or 99%, it's kind of more like pass-fail, and they just have a higher threshold for passing. And if you fail, it's not like you get kicked out of medicine. You just get extra support, one-on-one support. As an intern, the competition probably depends on what field you're interested in. There's a lot of competition if you want to do surgery to get onto the surgical training programs. There's just so few spots and so many people who want to do it. And I'm not one of them. So I think it would be beautiful to be a surgeon, but it's just the lifestyle is not for me. I certainly wouldn't have time to do awesome YouTube videos reacting to Scrubs. So anyway, enough rambling. Let's check out this week's episode. And yes, I have new cool transitions. How cool is that? All right, let's start.
Let's start off with a toughie. Who can tell
Over the
me?
last few weeks, the most amazing thing has happened. I've been nailing rounds. I think I'm actually starting to separate myself from the pack.
Sir, the answer is Beck's triad.
It keeps me on top of my game.
Looks like a break in the ulna, right there.
It's good to be the king.
You know, it's okay to be impressed by me. Most girls are.
The only problem with reaching the top is that sooner or later, someone starts nipping at your heels. For me, that guy was Nick Murdoch.
Mid CPR wave. So, interesting thing about CPR, rarely would you see a doctor doing CPR. Doctors might initiate CPR and start it, but pretty quickly, if you're the most senior person in a resuscitation, you want to have your hands off of the patient so that you can maintain situational awareness. The second you start getting involved with the resuscitation, you cannot be a team leader. You cannot lead the resuscitation because you've lost the awareness of all the systems and you're focusing on one system. So if there's a resuscitation going on in ED, I'll have a role. And usually as an intern, your role is like circulation. So it's establishing IV access. So it's cannulating someone who's essentially dying or dead. And it can be very, very difficult because, they have the veins are crap. But anyway, that'll be my role, but I'm not team leading. The actual leader of the resuscitation, the boss essentially, will be at the end of the bed, and they'll just be like this. They'll just be staring. They'll basically delegate roles, and they'll look for things that they want. They'll say, okay, Sil, I need you to try the other arm. I need to get this chest x-ray. Greg, step back. Joanne, focus on airway. I need you to intubate, whatever. You know what I mean? Like they'll be delegating. It's like a Formula One pit stop. Everyone's got their own roles, but there's one person who, I guess the driver. No, the driver in this analogy would be the person dying. Anyway, the team leader is hands off and just delegating roles. And I've seen people been like, hey, team leader, can you help me with this? And they've been like, no, I can't get involved because I'll lose situational awareness in an unstable patient. So anyway, that was a very dramatic thing. And I've never seen someone wave mid CPR. That's pretty cool.
The gurney adds drama.
I can't do this all on my own. No, I know I'm no Superman.
Maybe one day I'll sing this intro.
I'm no Superman.
So that's the guy who wants to take me down.
Of
course you're gonna have a scar, Peter. I mean, you're not getting any surgery, but chicks dig scars, so I think I'm gonna give you one anyway.
Doctor, Peter's drug rash is getting a lot worse.
No problem. Just give him prednisone and Benadryl.
Good bedside manner, good rapport with the...
So drug rash, yes, you can have allergies to lots of medications, and it's very common. And you have to be careful when you report allergies to medications, because sometimes then, like, say you have an allergy to an antibiotic, but it's the only antibiotic that a bug is sensitive to. We will probably still have to give you that antibiotic and just be aware that you're having an allergic reaction. So it's really important in healthcare to document the reactions really carefully. So usually people are like, allergy, can't touch the drug, get away. And then it's like, well, then what can we give him? Nothing till they die? No. You have to think about like severity of allergy as the risk and benefit analysis. The benefit of the drug working is a kind of risk-benefit analysis. Anyway, he's just said give some Benadryl and prednisone. Benadryl is an antihistamine. Prednisone is a steroid. Steroids suppress your immune system. They're kind of like a fight or flight hormone, and they suppress your immune system, and that can reduce the kind of rash and itchiness. And Benadryl is an antihistamine, and that basically keeps histamine into cells. Histamine, let me have a rant here. Histamine is an incredible molecule. It's essentially packaged in mast cells as these little grenades. And, normally they just sit in the little grenades and not getting deployed. But if you have an infection or an irritation or an allergic reaction, the mast cells will just chuck these grenades and poof, these histamine things will explode and all the things associated with inflammation will start, like the itchiness, the redness, the swelling. That's all histamine. So when you have an antihistamine like Benadryl, it helps with that. All right.
Nurses sees me staring at him.
For a dermatology consult.
Act busy. That's the stud right there. That's where you hang a painting.
He was born John Dorian, but he was simply known as JD, doctor, friend, lover. Hey man, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Oh, okay.
There that is.
Gosh.
Can't hug
we're
anymore because of
doctors.
COVID.
The other night, I'm at a restaurant and this guy starts choking. They asked if anyone was a doctor. I didn't even move.
Yeah, I know. I still feel like I'm 7 years old playing MASH with my older brother.
I don't want to be hot lips again.
Shut up and kiss Frank.
I don't talk to my brother much.
What are you doing? Don't connect with him.
Why did he laugh
Well,
at
I'll
that?
see you. Okay.
Maybe he saw the
Whatever
flashback.
happened to the guy in the restaurant?
Oh, eventually I remembered I was a doctor. Of course, he'd been dead for 20 minutes. Very embarrassing. Food was good, though.
Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Damn.
Hi. Anytime you want to get more gauze, it'd be a real treat for all of us.
It's hard being you, isn't it?
It is. What's with the smile?
This whole big bad wolf thing.
What are they doing? She's just holding these... Is that blood-soaked gauze? She's just holding it? Put it in a bin, Carla.
It's such an act.
Neato. Well, now, what do you want, a tip? Get out. Go, go, go! Not sure I agree.
You good, T-Dog?
Come on, man. I can do this with my eyes closed.
I won't, though.
Open the peritoneum. Nice, clean cut. Good. Good. Whoa. Whoa, what's that?
Just for the record, the peritoneum is the lining of tissue that wraps your abdominal cavity where all your bowel sits in. So they're obviously doing an abdominal procedure. They've opened up the kind of, you open up the skin, then the muscle and the fascia, and then you have the peritoneum and you have to open that up.
Smell.
I don't know.
Did you nick the colon?
No.
Oh, he said, what's that
I
smell?
don't know. I don't think so, did I?
Cut the music.
You know, I kind of had a date last night.
So a big risk with abdominal surgery is obviously perforation of bowel, in which case if you perforate the bowel, it's a big problem because your bowel is full of poo. Usually you'll flush them out before an operation. They'll be nil by mouth and stuff, so there shouldn't be too much poo. But yeah, it's full of poo. It's full of bacteria that really should stay in the bowel. So we actually consider the intestine as an external environment. It's not actually part of the inside of your body in a sense, even though it's in the inside of your body. It's considered the outside because of all the bugs and stuff on it. So if you nick it, it's bad. You need antibiotics, and sometimes if it's a big cut, you need to do a surgical repair.
Really?
Yeah. Guy on the bus fell asleep on me and drooled on my shoulder.
You slept?
Yeah.
How about Nick?
Oh, I'd let him drool on me. Oh, that's gross. Why did I say that? I shouldn't talk to people. Besides, I wouldn't know what to do even if I was interested.
Well, you could start by looking at him.
Did he look back? Does he like me? Why doesn't he like me? I can't believe I already blew it.
It felt weird trying to push Nick on her.
Carla
this
needs more
morning I wanted
confidence.
to kill the guy. But the truth is, he's so nice, he probably would have helped me.
Come on, JD. You're not closing the windpipe. You gotta put more pressure down here. Come on, I know you can do it. Come on. Come on.
Ah, if it isn't the brain trust. Someone tell me what this patient's rash is. You have until I finish my squeezy juice.
Oh my God, I'm drawing Oh my God, I can't even remember what you draw when your mind draws up
I didn't see the rash.
something.
It's erythema migrans. Then why don't you just answer it? Everyone looks up to you. It's important to them that you don't get stopped. Besides, come on, it's important to you too.
Please, like he knows me.
Erythema migrans. Never heard of it, have no idea what it is. We'll look into it. But here's an example. Doctors obviously don't know everything. We have to look a lot of stuff up. But it's like, so the key to being a good doctor is not knowing everything. It's knowing what resources to use to find information out. And obviously a lot of other soft skills.
It's erythema migrans, sir.
Right you are, Dr. Dorian.
Nice.
Okay, there you go. Now you've got it. Okay.
I don't know where that smell came from.
Sir?
What is it? Do you see
He
something?
farted.
Sir, I farted. That smell is from the fart that I made.
Get the hell out of my OR.
Yes.
So what they're doing there with the bowel is like, I don't know, 7 meters. It's really, really long and it's all coiled up and stuff. But to find if there's a leak in it, you have to run your finger along it. Sometimes you fill it with air, like you fill it with gas to see if there's any leaking of gas and any bubbling and stuff. So yeah, that's what they're doing.
Sir. Good.
Time to put myself right back on top of Nick. That came out wrong.
Excuse me, Dr. Cox? I know that you need to pick an intern to co-write that case report on postpartum hemolytic.
Yeah, sure. Congratulations. Now, go.
Mission accomplished.
Hey, buddy. How are you? Dr. Cox. I was wondering if I could co-write that case report with you.
Wow, this is good. Newbie. Too bad it can't be a fight to the death.
Oh, no. I didn't know you wanted to do it. You do it. You'll be great.
Okay.
Hey, you, cut it out. Nice guys aren't even that nice. Now, let me see. Just exactly who to choose. Who to choose. Nice indeed. Okay, over. Oh, interesting.
Do they actually do that at dog shows?
Atta boy.
Oh, just the head that was, oh,
Got a
rank.
smiley here.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Huge moment for me.
I know.
Wish my dad was alive.
Doesn't mean anything. So what, you just like you'll flip the coin in your head, or?
No. It's just that right now he's better at internal medicine than you are.
Okay, go, insult me like you always do.
Too easy. When you least expect it.
Dr. Wen threatened to sew my butt cheeks together.
And yet you continue to eat chili.
Dude, I'm taking the cheese off.
Oh, the cheese is the best part.
Even though nothing happened today, it still kind of freaked me out.
I don't even know what he's eating, but cheese is always the best part, no matter what you're eating.
I mean, one flinch, one hiccup, and that's the difference between life and death. It's a lot to have on your shoulders,
That's a bit of an exaggeration. It's not like you die automatically if you have a bowel perforation. There's a lot that you can do with the antibiotics and the like surgical options.
Hey! What are you guys talking about? Turk is so lucky I met him first. How's my man doing?
Well, baby, most guys are here. But me, I'm like all up in here.
Dr. Turk, you can make the incision now.
Sir, my hand's tightening up. I must be low on potassium.
All right, I'll take over.
Ah! That is not how you pass sharp surgical instruments in a operating. So if you ever have a sharp, we use like kidney dishes, which are like plastic cups to transfer the sharp with. That way it's never going from hand to hand. It goes from from hand to kidney dish, which is just way safer. The problem is if someone's having like a behavioral emergency, it's a bit hard. So another sharp, there's not only scalpels that are sharp in hospitals, obviously needles are too. And if someone's having a behavioral emergency, I was involved in a code black, which is a behavioral emergency for someone who was having a psychotic episode. Trying to kill a security guard who he thought was the devil. And so we had a 4-point restraint where it was a police officer, 2 security guards, and me. We each had a limb. And I must have been on the left leg. Yeah, left leg, because he rolled onto his stomach. We're all just holding him down, and he's just trying to, get out of it, obviously. And we follow very specific protocols. When we don't just drug everyone who's agitated, but if the safety of other people and the patient to himself is at risk, then we have to sedate them if it's serious. And it was very serious because he was like very violent. So we had to give him some droperidol and a benzo, probably midazolam or something. And I wasn't administering it. There was a senior doctor who was going to administer it, but he was just moving around so much. It was really dangerous with the sharp and the needle. So they were really good. They put it in the kidney dish. She took it. She unsheathed the needle. She exposed the bum. Boom. And then like the high risk part is like putting it in and giving it back. And they just put the kidney dish out. She put it in the kidney dish. It's really good. So kidney dishes are awesome. Big fan. Let's keep going.
Dr. Murdoch, Peter's rash is gone, but he's vomited 6 times in the last hour.
No problem. Just give him
Oh, I heard it. I was probably going to say Zofran, but he just said Zo. In America, they always give ondansetron, which is the American name for it is Zofran. I don't know what it's called in Australia. There's heaps of options for nausea. I think I can name like 5 different medicines for someone who's vomiting. And you just have to be careful what other medications they're on, especially if they're on like medicines for mood, like an SSRI, or medicines for psychosis, like a dopamine drug. That kind of guides what you give. You probably need to give them fluids as well, intravenous fluids if they're vomiting in case they can't tolerate oral intake.
Zofran and a 20 cc per kilo bolus of normal saline.
I think
Yes,
everyone's
normal
finally coming
saline
around to
bolus,
my
yep.
way of thinking about Nick.
That's
Right, he
intravenous
definitely
fluid.
has a cute little butt. It's almost like it's been sculpted.
Who cares? Everybody's got a cute butt. I have a cute butt.
You should bring it in someday. Hey, how's Turk doing? He's fine. Why? Because he totally froze during surgery yesterday? Didn't he tell you? Hey, you?
Hey.
I feel like we haven't talked in ages. How are you?
Fine.
Yeah?
Don't I look okay?
You know.
You know,
Ooh.
I'm fine. As a matter of fact, I am doing okay. I am doing okay.
That is very impressive. Obviously overcompensating for his insecurities, which is a big problem. You need to be vulnerable with your partners, people. You need to connect. That's how you connect with someone, is sharing your concerns, your worries, etc. You shouldn't feel sorry for yourself per se, because I think that's not a great attribute to have. But you should still be open about your worries and concerns and whatever.
Good
Life
afternoon,
advice with Dr.
doctors.
Sill.
I've gathered you all here because, well, attendance at my noon conferences has been very disappointing. In fact, I've begun to wonder if maybe you have something more important to do. Maybe you feel the need to sneak off and have a little nappy nap. I love nappy naps. Or maybe you've forgotten that my conferences are mandatory. My hospital, my rules.
Actually, sir, I've never missed one. You're just batting 1,000 over here.
Son, I'm more proud of you than I've ever been of an intern.
How you like me now, Nick?
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, that is
So you
so
see, sir,
scripted.
the poor attendance is my fault, and my fault only.
Well then, you have just won the privilege of writing my next 10 lectures by this afternoon.
Paging Dr. Martyr. I mean, what the hell was that guy?
Way to go,
Nick. Nick?
Way to go.
That was amazing.
Thank you. It's good to be the king. Things change when you're not the star anymore.
What can I say? The lectures this kid wrote for me were fantastic.
The hospital starts to seem like a whole different place. Hey, man. You want some company?
Nah. I just want to be alone.
Well?
Not yet, but soon. Very soon.
Why would Turk talk to Elliot about this and not me anyway? They're not even friends, you know what I mean?
After 25 minutes, the only way I could know what you mean more is if you wrote, "My boyfriend doesn't open up to me" on a big wooden mallet and repeatedly smashed me over the head with it.
Why can't
Gosh,
you
I love
just
Dr.
for once
Cox's
dig deep down in your
monologues.
heart, access some emotions, and empathize with me?
I'm sorry, what were we doing?
See? That's why no one likes you.
Hey, you like me a little bit. And so do you, sweet cakes. Huh? Want a little sugar from Daddy?
Well, looky here. I thought this was my special place. I'd ask you not to tell any of the others about this spot, but none of them seem to be talking to you.
Oh, it's been a rough day, sir.
You see, Dr. Dorian, your problem is you're a pansy. If you were in my way, I'd throw you off this ledge right now. We're out here alone. No one would ever know.
I have to, things.
Interns are fun.
I'm single. That was more subtle in my head.
Relax. I already left a message in your machine asking you out.
Really?
No. But I promised I will before you go home.
Works for me.
Dr. Murdoch, Peter's developed a high-grade fever and a cough.
No problem. Just give him ceftazidime 1 gram IV.
How do you stay so positive?
I guess I don't let the bad stuff in, you know?
And a bit of
Trying to stay
Panadol
cool
for the
in the
fever.
wild. Call me tonight when you get my message.
Okay. His butt?
Okay, I don't know who that actress is, but she has the best
So listen, I've scheduled an appendectomy for you later. Just make sure you're good on potassium.
Sir, I got so much potassium, it's coming out of my ass. You know what I mean? See, what I did was I took the word potassium and I dropped the first 3 letters, made a duty joke.
Funny stuff.
Looks like you bought it.
Excuse me?
So yeah, a little stage fright. It's no big deal. Happened to me once.
Really?
I'd be more than glad to tell you what a lot of doctors do to relieve the stress. Take a little trip to Palmdale.
What?
Okay. Give yourself the old low 5.
I'm not getting it.
Physician, love thyself.
Are you talking about downtown Lester Brown?
Lowers the heart rate, releases the endorphins. It's basic physiology.
Pretty sure it raises the heart rate.
Okay, you almost have me. You're not serious.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes.
No.
Nobody hurts Carla and gets away with it.
Who's Carla?
I was talking to myself. Don't eavesdrop. This kid doesn't leave, I'm gonna kill him. Now, if you leave, I'll know you were eavesdropping. I'll just go ahead and kill you anyway. Stay. Good girl.
Tick-tock, Clarice.
Dr. Kelso's talk helped me figure out what I had to do.
Hey, good timing. Give me a hand with this Foley, Kathleen. You got it.
Whether or not Nick knew how petty and jealous and competitive
Bro,
I'd been,
put some gloves on. JD's just going in random, like, ungloved and just starts touching catheters. Bad idea.
I still feel like I...
Also, those knees need to be open wide. The whole point of when you're doing this procedure, it's not fully sterile, but you try and keep, in this case, one hand sterile, which handles the catheter, and the other hand is your dirty hand, and that handles the penis or the labia, and you're just trying to get it down in the urethra.
You need to step up, lay it out there, and apologize like a man. We cool?
Yeah.
Besides, even if I was the star for a little while, he's the man now.
This belongs to you. Oh, thanks a lot, man.
That's contaminated now.
Oh, sure. Once you line up behind a truly strong leader, everyone picks up their game.
We need to get the results of this urine.
Ah!
We began to function
Put some gloves
like a
on.
well-oiled machine. It's funny.
You need gloves? You need gloves? You definitely need gloves. So do you. And you. Everyone needs gloves. Glove? Okay, no one has gloves. This hospital has no gloves. Jesus. Do you know how often people pee on the cup that... Anyway. See, now you don't need gloves. That's just a paper chart. I love this music montage.
Hey, Nick, I got the results back from the, Nick?
His blood cultures don't look good at all.
No problem.
I don't get this kid's situation. He had a drug rash, and now he's got sepsis. I guess that does make sense.
Listen, I was thinking about what happened earlier, and anyway, here.
Wow. You finally dug deep down in your heart and came up with a muffin.
That's store-bought, sister. There's blueberries in there the size of your fist.
I shouldn't have dragged you into it anyway. You don't even know Turk.
Actually, I met him today. We had a terrific chat.
Oh, give the man a hand. That's just so...
At hospital.
You know darn well that felt good, and you're feeling better about yourself now, aren't you?
Real nice guy.
It's hard letting yourself be vulnerable with someone, you know?
Oh, just eat the damn muffin, would you please?
You know what? Even though I'm on call tonight, I'm not gonna let the bad stuff in anymore. I'm not gonna let myself get overwhelmed. What?
Well, it was just that Friday night when you had people over, you locked yourself in your room because we brought the wrong chips.
Look at me. That was the old Elliot.
Hey, can you help me find Dr. Murdoch? Peter's parents are here, and he's not answering his page.
Sure. You know, Elliot's not gonna let herself be overwhelmed anymore.
That's a serious allegation,
Carla?
by the way.
Wow. You look great.
You're not messing with me, right?
No, but I'd like to.
Turk bought me this dress out of the blue. I guess he knew I'd love it.
Oh. Look, Carla, back when I was an intern, I remember the pressure being so insane that the only way I could get by was to race home. And even though my wife was already asleep, I'd gently wake her, look her in the eyes, and then I'd passive-aggressively torture her until she packed a bag and went to her mom's place for the week.
Supportive.
Help?
Like a big hug with words.
Hey, the point is that just because a guy has problems expressing himself, that doesn't mean he doesn't need you. Oh boy, women so don't get me.
Hang on, does Cox have a crush on Carla? I thought they had like a
The whole thing is stunning.
father-daughter
It's the scrubs,
mentor
right?
relationship. That's weird.
Butt is a force to be reckoned with.
Like different generations.
Nick, touch my butt, please.
Hey, all right.
That kid is eventually gonna die. Whether it's today, or tomorrow, or a month from now. There's nothing I can do. Nothing works. Now his parents want to talk to me. What am I supposed to tell them? Peter lived a good long 7 years? 7 years, man. It's not fair. I hate this place. I hate this job. I can't do it anymore. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
The scariest thing was that I thought that he was stronger than all of us. But maybe it's not about being the best. Maybe it's about finding the little things that get you through the day. Whether it's the support of someone close to you, or letting yourself feel overwhelmed. If only for a moment. Or being selfless every once in a while. I don't know. I guess in the end, it's about surviving. Any way you can.
See you tomorrow. You're stupid.
That's it?
Sorry, just taking a pause here because there was a lot that just came up in that little in that clip. I feel like a couple of things came up there that really resonated with me. First of all, kids dying is just horrible. It's the worst part of the job, and the way that you tell the parents, I don't know, there's probably no good way to do it. You just have to be very honest with the situation, just transparent, honest, and empathetic. I mean, I've done CPR on like a 2-month-old who's died, and yeah, it's just it just lives with you. The other thing is, he made a comment about how like he thought that other dude was like more had it together than him, and now he's seeing him break down, and that's affecting JD. That is so true. I've seen people like essentially like in the emergency department, the people who never break down are the bosses, right? They know everything what to do. They're the kind of last barrier. They're the ones who know like all the things. So whenever there's a problem, you go to a boss. Hello, here's a solution. That's always the case, and they always kind of have it together. But you know, there are times where there's just nothing they can do, and a young person dies that shouldn't otherwise have died, and you see them break, and you see your idea of them fracture, because you know they aren't these gods. They are humans, and they have emotions, and it's awful when they're like, can you imagine trying to resuscitate someone who's the same age as you, who might look like you and have a family, and then that be unsuccessful, and there's nothing you could have done, and you know, that would be horrible. And you know, we've seen bosses cry and that kind of thing. So when like a consultant cries, that's really shattering, and it's our fault. We shouldn't deify. We shouldn't make these consultants these gods, because then they can't be vulnerable and open up to us, and so then they get burnt out, and it takes too much of a toll on them. Yeah. That's all I had to say about that. Let's keep going.
Give it time.
You're stupid.
Am I stupid?
A little bit.
Damn him.
Oh, is that it? Oh. Nicely done, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. So look, a couple of announcements. I hope you enjoyed that video. The number one thing you can do to support these videos is to leave them a like and leave a comment down below. What emoji should I do this week? I reckon let's do an emoji of red balls. Yeah, just red dots, red balls, just red. I just wanted to see lots of red dots. I don't know why. I'm strange. I'm sorry. It's the only thing I could think of on the spot. Sue me. But yeah, let's do those. And also leave a comment about what you want me to react to next. Feel free to, you guys should join the Discord server. It's so nice. We've been chatting every day. I've been live streaming every day if you want to watch me play some video games. I'll also be doing other live streams like ECG practice and other studying stuff. I'm doing a lot of varied content. So if you're not interested in the other stuff, sorry about it, just ignore it. But I think it's important for me to just do what I feel like doing. That way this is sustainable and I'm not kind of getting niched down too much. I'll probably do a house episode soon, and maybe something else, I don't know. Yeah, leave a comment for what you think I should do. And I just wish you all a wonderful, happy new year and lots of love. And I hope you guys just have a great day. And I'll see you all in the next episode. All right. And guys, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It's like the main thing, really. So consider subscribing if you want. Anyway, see you guys. Have a wonderful afternoon. Bisous. Bye.